good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. What's good? What's going on out there, guys? Marquis Walker, man. The black man, you know what I'm saying? This is the stereotypical, typical show that we're gonna have today. This is the T. This is the passive podcast. I'm about to call it. I got too many shows, man. This is the passive podcast, episode 51. Are you a stereotype? We're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into just stereotypes in general. And co-hosts are kind of late. They're gonna be here a little late, but I am welcomed by Beth of All Trades. What's good, Beth? How you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
Hanging in there, man. Hanging in there, man. Everything good though? What's going on? Let me know.
It is. It's real interesting. We talk about stereotypes, and two of your co-hosts ain't nowhere to be found now.
Exactly. That's funny.
Isn't it ironic?
And then you think about how black Hispanics and stuff like that late all the time. Oh, here we go.
Do you see?
Be the stereotypes. You're late.
Oh, he on time. No, it's still 6 o'clock. 1800.
No, it's still 6 right now. It's still.
Just missing Big Sexy.
What up, Chuck?
I was just trying to get my earphones in.
Yo, peace to Martin Vasquez, man. He's a new member of the Fact Checkers. You know what I'm saying? He's down with the family now, man. So welcome. You know what I'm saying? So what's good, Chuck, man? You late, man? That's a black stereotype.
I was trying to get my damn earphones, man. I didn't remember if I left them in my bag or I left them downstairs. So I'm running around looking for them. The good earphones, not the bad ones.
I'm saying that's a black stereotype right there, man. Like, yo, man, what's going on? Like, we already starting off, man. I'm trying to talk about other stuff first. Hey,
man, that's cool. That's cool. Hey.
You got anything to talk about? Any fact checker news?
I really ain't got. Unless you've been in Florida the last couple of days, man. Somebody dropped 770 pounds of marijuana, and the sheriff's looking for you.
What was that? In the ocean somewhere?
Nah. I think they dropped it on the highway or something.
Get out of here.
Yeah, man. I was reading that this morning. I'm like, damn.
They better be working about that dealer looking for him, yo. Forget the sheriff.
No, but I'm just saying it was this. The way the story was, the deputies down there looking for you.
What?
They want to return your products back to you. That's what he said.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Well, the fact checker news I got. I didn't watch. Did you watch? Anybody watch the Wilder versus Furry fight?
Nah, I've seen the highlights on ESPN, man.
Same thing, man. What you did? You got any views on it?
Dude should just sit down.
Which one? Both of them, or
on Wilder, he just needs to sit down. Come on. I understand, boxing. You don't have to be, look physically in shape, but apples to oranges. Dude look like Doughboy compared to somebody that spends their time in the gym.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. I don't know. I haven't been watching boxing that much lately, but
somebody that spends their time in the.
I must say, recording yourself again, Chuck, man.
Nah, that ain't me.
I must have heard the echo like a.
Nah, it's a playback.
That was my fault. Sorry.
Oh, that's your fault. Oh, I'm like, what was that?
Nah, it's all right.
Oh, I'm like, no, I don't watch that much boxing anymore, but I didn't watch it live like you said. I watched the highlights myself too. I didn't get into it. But Beth, do you watch anything like that? You watch any brute sports? Because women usually don't watch brute sports. That's a stereotype, right?
What?
Do you watch brute sports? Like, did you watch this fight, Wilder Fury? Do you like boxing?
Oh heck yeah, I like boxing. I love MMA, but honestly, I didn't know about it. I'm like. Oh my goodness. I had a very busy week doing a lot of political activism. So I'm just like decomping right now and chillaxing into this holiday weekend and stuff like that. Indigenous Peoples Day. So
I don't see it as being a holiday, but I get you.
Oh yeah,
I see it as what happened to our the travesties that happened to our Indigenous brothers and sisters, the atrocities that was committed by Cristobal Colon, as he's called in Panama, Christopher Columbus.
Yeah.
And I remember getting pulled into my nurse manager's office when I said, we don't have an Adolf Hitler Day. why do we have a Christopher Columbus Day? And the white folks was triggered by that. I'm like, you might want to Google Christopher Columbus, okay?
They love Christopher Columbus, but they hate Adolf. And it's pretty similar.
You know, but the reason why I say I don't see it as a holiday, I mean, because I have to go to well, my job is required, or you just have to use one of your floating holidays or something. I told him, yeah, just put me down for that. Whatever you want to call it, I'll take the day off because it's no point. Because nothing's going to get done, really.
True.
Tell you the truth. So I can stay at home and, with my boys and, we can bug out.
Yeah. The next one was boycotting Dave Chappelle. They're boycotting Dave Chappelle again. He had a Netflix special called The Closing. And anybody see it, first of all? Or you got any? I
didn't see it. I seen everybody's comments about it on
clips.
Facebook and everything and other social media things, man. My thing is, okay, you're talking about comedy. And,
yeah.
Basically, when we go to the comedy show, we don't sit up front because we automatically know what's going to happen. They, hey, they're going to roast the shit out of you if you sit up front. You know how it was, man?
Yeah.
You went to the, who was it? Tommy Davidson, when, I'm not going to say her name, but when she was tearing up the chicken and he thought it was me because the plate was in between us two.
My other friend, yeah.
I'm like, oh, nah, dude, that's her right there. That ain't me.
Yeah.
But people are in their feelings. I mean, come on, it's comedy. I understand. But were we making a big fuss about it when they were doing blackface jokes and stuff like that? No.
Yeah, we
were. I wasn't.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was.
I was before I was born.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, even now, if I see him, I don't get offended by him because for the simple fact, society allowed it. Nobody was up in arms about it, the way they are with Dave Chappelle situation right at the moment.
Yeah, his special was brilliant. I think it was just like, it was the truth, in the way he confined it and sculptured it. It was good. It was brilliant. It was comedy, but it was more of a social statement, like, for him, I think. And certain parts of the community didn't like it and respect it. So they're fighting against it. So did you hear anything about that, Beth, or you're gonna wait till you...
I remember watching his one where he called the LGBTQ plus community, which I am a member of.
Mm-hmm.
I got I'm non-binary, so I'm part of the alphabet group. Mm-hmm. I didn't even realize he had gotten in trouble with that. I thought it was funny because I like how he broke down how people really only care about white, gay, male rights, and how even the LGBTQ plus community discriminates and is exclusive within itself,
Yeah.
But people really weren't talking about that. They were like, oh, it's offensive. Offensive to who? And so I haven't seen it. I've only seen one part where he said, I think it was like a man is born a man, a woman is born a woman. That's a fact. And I do know you can change your gender now, So I would have to watch it. I need somebody to let me hold on to that Netflix password. Because I'm not paying for Netflix. I'm sorry.
Stupid,
I'm frugal. I pay $6 a month.
I get it. Yo,
actually, my daughter pays for the Amazon. She's being a responsible adult, so I'm not trying to.
Yeah, you gotta share. Sharing is caring, like the Care Bear, dog. Care Bear stare.
Yo, dog. And I can't even get her Netflix password. Okay, I need a hookup.
Well, anyway, Dave Chappelle, he's going through some things. They trying to cancel. They can't cancel Dave Chappelle. He's the guy that
they cancel who the hell they.
Yeah, but I'm saying
cancel.
They can't. Okay? I mean, he canceled himself one time. He didn't take the the $5 million, billion, whatever it was. Like
60 mil.
60 mil, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Whatever, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But the next one is the Squid Game. Anybody watching that on Netflix?
It's on Netflix, so no.
I try to watch like maybe the first one, and and I'm like, wait a minute. I have no problem with I love anime, and I love the I understand you got to read it, but I'm just sitting there like, am I really gonna sit here and read the caption the whole? So I said, nah, I'm not gonna watch it. Come to find out, you can switch it to English.
Yeah, all I know about that series is that producer and creator of the series, I should say the creator of the series, he got turned down multiple times. He's been on this for years before he kind of became successful. And Kev on stage was talking about this. Sometimes a platform hasn't been creative for what you're doing now, what you're producing now. So I have like positive things to say about that. Just keep your head up and keep pushing and keep trying.
The reason for the Squid Game was like somebody that didn't give up. And now it's successful.
I think it's the most watched show in the world. I believe it's like the most successful series in the world. They were saying now.
I mean, I seen it. It's actually pretty good. I mean, and it was funny because I didn't see it because of the hype. For some reason, I clicked onto Netflix, and yes, I have someone else's password, so right? But yeah, like I'm watching. I just you see stuff and it goes whatever, and you go. I looked at it. It looks weird. Let me watch one episode and see what happens. And I got in tune with it, and I started watching the 9 episodes, and I was like intrigued. And then as soon as I was on like the 8th episode, that's when like a lot of people were like going crazy about it. Talking about wearing the costumes, and they was doing TikTok, doing the things and stuff. And I'm like, yo, what? Like, this is getting crazy. It's probably gonna be the #1 costume.
Yeah, but you want to know something funny? I mean, there's a lot of things, like on Netflix, Amazon, whatever the other streaming ones are, that a lot of people don't know about. And I've seen a couple of shows that nobody's talking about. But then like I guess once somebody on social media says something, oh, it's intriguing or something, then all of a sudden everybody, it starts trending. I mean, usually with that, I mean, I know everybody doesn't like to watch the same thing. I mean, me, I love watching horror, and with me, if nobody gets blown up or shot up in the first 5 minutes of a movie, I'm somewhat turned off on it if I'm not laughing.
Damn.
So don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I mean, there's a lot of things I love. Same thing with like when The Walking Dead first came out. And everybody was animate about it. I'm like, all right, let me see what the hell they talking about. So I'm watching it. I ended up getting the first 7 seasons on DVD.
Oh, see,
that's how crazy it was. That's how crazy it was, man.
Yeah, that's a good show.
But then when people started spoiling it, talking about, oh no, like what, fuck. I'll get the DVDs and I'll watch it at another time. And then, that's when streaming really kicked off. So. I just sit at work sometimes, like whenever I had to go to one of the labs that, you really can have too much stuff in there. So I have my iPad just sitting there, just chilling, watching a series or two, or even on my lunch break. So I get it, man.
Vasquez, new member to the show. He doesn't say, he doesn't really have the question, but he says, I feel like TV social media has gotten too sensitive. Maybe I'm wrong. Who they can control. I don't know if you guys want to feed off that, or let's get into the show. Anybody want to feed off that comment?
Yeah, there's a lot of sensitivity out there, man.
Okay.
That's my take.
No, there is. And that's probably why we doing this show. But here we go. Passive Podcast, episode 51. Are you a stereotype? I figured that'd just be a good catch to get people's attention. The definition, of course, of a stereotype is a widely held but fixed and oversimplified image or idea of a particular type of person or thing. Example, it's funny, like you said, talking about the TV. Do you watch much of the Idiot Box? Like, Idiot Box is, of course, TV. Do you? Like, so that's just an example. But like when you guys first think about stereotypes, Beth's eating. So Chuck, let's let the others you start. What do you think about when you first hear stereotypes?
I mean, it's some of them are some of them are true. Some of them, I just think people just make up just to try to be funny. I mean, for instance, like all black people are on CPT time. It's not true. Yeah, I put the C in the capital. I put the capital C in that most times, but no, but I mean, there's a lot of times I do get places on on time. yes, I was in the military, and yes, if you was 10 minutes early for any gathering,
You
you were late.
considered late.
So, so I'm familiar with that saying. But some of them, like I said, some of them are true that I think, in my opinion. But then there's others that not all black people are late. Not all black people like watermelon. Not all Caucasian people, smell like wet dog when they're wet. They don't all love mayonnaise. Not all.
White people? Who don't like mayonnaise?
White folks.
Oh, okay. I was about to say
that they love it. That they love it. Excuse me.
That's one of
that
the
they love it.
that they love me.
Yeah, that's one of the stereotypes that I always hear, man. And Asian people are good at video games.
No, but this is when this original question is, when you hear stereotypes, what do you think about? So you can answer the same question back, what do you think about when you just hit somebody says, "Hey, stereotypes"? You go, "Huh?" And what's the first thing that comes to your mind?
Yo, she got a big dope there or something?
Yeah, she over there eating in our face, burping.
That was me coughing, not burping, by the way. I would have said excuse me.
No. Go ahead.
See, I even covered my mouth, and I'm at home. I'm being
yes, Beth. Can you just answer the question?
Proper.
Oh Lord.
Just answer the question.
Okay. I think though a lot of times stereotypes have negative connotations. However, depending on the ethnicity, sometimes stereotypes have positive connotations, but it's usually not applied to people that look like us, I would say, unless it's just like, oh, you're black, you must be good at basketball or football, or you're Asian, you must be good at math, or you're loyal, or if you're an Asian woman, you're just submissive. If you're a black woman, you're an angry black woman, or like all fat people can cook really well. So I think it depends. There's some stereotypes that are negative, but some stereotypes that will put an ethnic group in a more positive light as well.
Okay, so that's a good answer.
Like black people know how to barbecue. Like that's not. I wouldn't consider that a negative stereotype.
It's not. If you know how to cook, we know how to serve a good burger. That's actually good. How to cook chicken, not raw. You know what I'm saying? Like when I think of stereotypes, you know what I'm saying? I think about
we know how to use seasoning.
Okay.
I automatically think about black stereotypes first because I'm black. I'm a black man. Blacks with fried chicken, watermelon, and grape drink. We call it grape drink. It's not even juice.
I thought it was red Kool-Aid. I didn't know it was
red. Yeah, red Kool-Aid. You call it
Yeah, but it's like this. They they complain about the watermelon and the grape juice, but who are they women going after because of those two things? Watermelon, get that back blowed out right. So with some conquered grape juice.
Huh?
Don't mind me. Just listen. I'm just messing up.
That black blowed out thing. That's kind of scary to me.
No, Chuck's just talking about more stereotypes of like the black man, being strong and being, mandingo. That's all he's talking about.
You mean being well endowed?
Yeah.
Yes.
Below the belt.
So number two,
with a baby arm.
Number two, in the 1980s, blacks were drug dealers. We were considered drug dealers, crack addicts, hobos, muggers, welfare queens, rude and loud people. Now we're just number three, just basketball players or rappers. Like, what do you guys think about just the stereotypes of just black people first? Let's start off with that since we're black. Right?
That's bullshit.
I mean, I've gotten it from both sides because I don't act like a stereotypical black girl. I don't act like a stereotypical Cape Verdean. Don't act like a stereotypical Latina or Afro-Latina. So I get it from all sides, positive and negative. But it just gets on my nerves because you can't judge people by their ethnicity. Usually there's things that you culturally will have in common. Like people of color usually we're just culturally louder than other people. Like Turkish people are like that too. You go to one of their, gatherings and you think they're arguing with each other, but they're just talking to each other. They're also an ethnic group that's just culturally loud. It's not just for Black people. But I'm sick of Black people. I can code switch, however. I'm sick of Black people. I used to get made fun of all the time. You talk white, you think you're white, or making fun of me because I had good grades, or even white people just assuming, oh, you must live in Dorchester, or you must live in Roxbury, or you must live in Murder Pan. I'm like, excuse me? Mm-hmm. I'm like, no, I don't live there, and I've never lived there, or assuming what type of music I like or listen to just because of the way that I look.
Yeah.
And it's a big thing in the Hispanic community too, with people thinking, even though you got Big Papi, David Ortiz, they look at you like, how can you be Hispanic? Or where did you learn how to speak Spanish so well? Or some garbage like that too. It's a lot of stuff. My aunt, who is Big Papi's color, she's fluent in Spanish, can write, works at the UN, everything. Mm-hmm. She gets it even worse than me because at least I'm a little bit lighter skinned, but those are all different types of stereotypes that we grew up with. Or you're sassy because you're Latina. I don't know. I'm just sick of them, and I wish we could kind of leave them in the past and move forward, but it doesn't seem like we're going to get there, though.
Chuck, what do you think about, like, what I'm saying, Black stereotypes? Like, are you heavy on them? What?
Like I said, a lot comment on bullshit because, I mean, for one, they're saying we all Blacks, crack dealers and stuff. I ain't never slang no rock. Yeah. I don't remember the last time. When the last time you heard a Black person bringing a boat of drugs over? Whenever you heard a Black person bringing a cashier of weapons over?
True.
No, not really. And like the thing about angry being Black angry guys. I mean, yeah, I'm angry. I get angry a lot, but it's not because I'm Black. It's just because I'm tired of people's dumbass comments or just the non-common sense stuff that they do.
Yeah, it's just life. Period. Things going on. You know what I'm saying? Like we are on the bottom of the totem pole, so we have to fight for just to be noticed still as Black women.
And like the comment of Blacks being welfare kings and welfare queens and stuff like that. Yeah, that's straight BS because if you go on to the Midwest and to the central middle part of the country, Iowa and stuff like that, is more of them on public subsidies compared to people of color. So
there's more white people that actually receive help from the social safety net, but percentage wise, people of color do make up a larger proportion. But here's the thing, we work though. We just don't make as much money. We make cents on the dollar than our white counterparts. So I don't understand what the big deal is. It to me is sad in America that you have a job, but you are getting Medicaid for your family, or you have to rely on food stamps or WIC, and you're working full time in supposedly the richest, the greatest country in the world. Why aren't people more aggravated and pissed off about that? They'll say that, but you working, the woman is working, the brother's working, but he's just not making enough that he needs to depend on the social safety net. There's some states, I think the federal minimum wage is only $7.25 an hour. In every single state in our country, you cannot survive off of the minimum wage of that state. You just can't do it. Massachusetts is $13.50 an hour. You know how much it costs to even rent a room. You got to work 2 jobs. You can't cover that with one 40-hour-a-week check, making minimum wage in this state. So that's what social safety net is there for. Instead of corporations paying their workers, the taxpayers are subsidizing it.
Mm-hmm. I got a couple of notes. 19th century minstrel shows use white actors in blackface and attire. The racial stereotypes of early American history had a significant role in sharing attitudes towards blacks during that time. Images of Sambo, Jim Crow, the Savage, Mammy, Aunt Jemima, Sapphire, and Jezebel may not be as powerful today, but yet they are still alive. What do you guys think about that? Because
This brings me back to my African American Studies class at UMass Boston. And a big shout out to my professor, Sister Amina Pilgrim. I learned a lot in that class. I would say that those stereotypes are alive and well to these days. And there's so many examples. Like, Pam from Martin, that's the Sapphire. Gina, Jezebel, or Beyonce would be considered a Jezebel in our society. Hattie McDaniel, Mammy, and you all, and I had a coworker that she personified the Mammy trait that I work with her, and the way she was treated versus the way I was treated was totally different. So we're still being judged by these stereotypes, even to this day. Somebody looking at Big Chuck over here might be scared of him just because of the way he looks.
Yeah, I can see that.
With him, knowing him.
I know Chuck, and I'm scared of him. No, sir. But see,
that's the thing. That like you said, folks look at me and assume that I'm mean, or and I'm not about that. I'm the nicest person you ever meet until you do something to me to set me off. You can call me every name under the sun that doesn't bother me. I mean, come on, they've been calling me fat boy and stuff since I was 12, 13 years old. That doesn't bother me. I know what I can do. When it comes to that football field, ain't no fat boy. It was like, I want Chuck on my team.
Yeah.
When it comes time for something to get moved, yo, call Chuck. See if Chuck can, if he can lend a hand. I don't mind it. So, hey.
Well, I got more stereotypes, man. It's just not on the blacks, man. We don't want to focus just on that, but
No, that's hey.
Whatever
you have is fine.
Conversation going. You know what I'm saying? I got number 4. I got men are strong and do all the labor positions. Number 5, women. They're not good at sports. 6, guys are messy. 7. Women are smarter. That might be true. 8, white people being obese, lazy, and dim-witted. Jews being greedy. I don't want to lean it all the way to blacks, but there's a lot of stereotypes that America, of cities, states, whatever it is. What do you guys feel about just stereotypes in general everywhere, worldwide?
Well, the one about men was number 4 was when men are strong or not strong or something like that.
No, men are strong and do labor positions. So they like the only ones doing the.
I see. Tell you the truth, man. I see a lot of women doing construction. Doing construction. Period. I mean, they might not be the ones driving the crane or whatnot, but I seen female carpenters. I even seen one she was putting up drywall like there was no tomorrow, man.
My mother was a carpenter, construction worker.
Yeah, I'm just saying. My sister, my sister can put up drywall and stuff like that. Mom Deuce can do stuff like that. I don't see that. I don't see that.
No, I'm just saying
men are only doing labor jobs.
These are still mainly American stereotypes. Like you go world.
Yeah.
There are a lot of other worlds. They don't just think like us. They're more uniformed. You know what I'm saying? So. But we're more,
depends on the country.
That depends on the country too. Yeah. I'm just saying.
But,
yeah, of course it does. But what about like are you guys stereotypical? Do you guys like see somebody and like you said you see Chuck and you go, oh yeah, he's a killer or something? Like do you still do that in your head and you kind of like regret it? Like I mean everybody still has a little bit of what it's stereotypes are like kind of at least somewhat true and that's why it's a stereotype, right?
I would say this: if you're gonna judge somebody by stereotype, I'm judged by the way I look. Don't underestimate people because it'll come back to bite you in the ass. People think you know, just because of who you are, the way you look, or something you did do, or that's on your resume, and they put you in a box. And all I can say is don't underestimate people. Don't put them in boxes because a lot of times you can't fit them fully in it. And you might be pleasantly surprised or end up being pleasantly pissed when they show you, you know? Oh my gosh, Hispanic Cape Verde.
Anybody want to talk about those? I mean, you know, more
I mean,
stereotypes.
I would say other ethnic groups that marry their cousins besides Cape Verdeans. I mean, I am
Of course,
part Cape Verde. Middle Eastern
Yes,
people do it. They do it a lot in Pakistan. They do it in Bangladesh. They
Mhm.
do it. It's just, and in those cultures, child abuse, like Middle Eastern, even Indian cultures, they say up to half of kids are molested and raped. You know, so in the more conservative cultures, when someone's doing that to you, you're more likely to keep your mouth shut. I know someone, her father was raping her for 3 years, and she's Cape Verdean, and she finally told someone after 3 years, and her own aunt said, "You must have liked it since you waited 3 years to tell somebody." That's the mentality. So I'm like, oh my gosh, like I love my people. I do feel that some things can be improved upon in our culture, though. Like not saying stuff like that, you know?
Well, listen.
I ain't never heard Hispanics are lazy.
Oh, I've heard that. Well, like
I never
heard that. I hear they're hardworking. I gotta tell them to stop working.
They might say Mexicans are lazy or certain. No, sometimes they say they overworking, then they say they're lazy. They can't be both. But I heard it. I heard that before. You know.
Oh wow.
You know that they're lazy and they you know they workaholics. It don't make no sense. But it's just America. I'm gonna say America creating these stereotypes of people and enforcing them on us and you know, making us split so we can continue to be split. That's what I think stereotypes are for. It's just to keep us.
Well, I mean, there's always going to be a great divide.
Yes,
that's the only way. That's the only way they're going to function with the great divide.
But these are to keep us divided. You know what I mean? These are it just seems like things like stereotypes. If we believe in them and they force feeding them in movies or wherever we're watching news, we're automatically going to be like never going to be that family orientated, that real America that, you know, that we falsify. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we got a definition of America, but we don't really live by it. It's not the America that people believe, and they kill themselves to get here, and then they realize, man, I should have stayed where I was at. You know what I'm saying?
Stay my ass where I was. Yep.
Yeah, exactly. Man. You know what I'm saying? So
I run into a lot of folks like that. Even when I was in the service, we had a lot of guys. They were of Mexican descent. You had a couple from like Indonesia and stuff like that, and they were like, you know, I couldn't wait to get here. You know, I was happy, but then, you know, they got here for a while and they were like, you know what, I should have stayed my ass back where I was because this is straight bullshit.
Further north to Canada, yo. Better.
Yeah, man, it was just straight bullshit. Whatever. I'm like, well, you know, that's the perception that they portray on the world, you know, watching TV and stuff like that. It's not everything is peaches and cream, man. You know, I'm thinking, I thought it was going, you know, once you got in the service, you know, we go to war, we whoop an ass, or, you know, you get to see this woman, get to see that woman. Nah, it ain't even nothing like that, man.
Some people like it is.
Well, wait for me, damn it.
Chuck, when you were doing your research for the show, like, what did you like really get out of like this topic? Did you get like some information that we haven't like talked about yet and he's tapped on yet?
No, it's you know, well, other than what Beth said, you know, Hispanics are lazy. I've seen that a couple of times, but I mean, I've been around a lot of Hispanic people and they don't seem lazy. I never seen laziness. I mean, yeah, they tired of the damn boss that's, you know, sitting on his ass, you know, directing them how to do something. But, you know, when it comes time for that boss to do it, they don't know what the hell they're doing. Yeah, I see that.
Honestly, I could say I have used stereotypes to my advantage before, especially when I was in corporate America. And this one manager, I was like, look, my sister's on drugs, my sister's in rehab, I'm taking care of my nephew. I said, I'm not even 25 yet. And I said, I have all this weight on my shoulders because that's what they think about us. You know, I was just he felt so badly for me. He's like, I'm just going to rip this up. We're going to act like this never happened. So sometimes I have been able to use the little stereotypes, the negative stereotypes to my advantage to get my little get out of jail free card. I'm not going to lie.
That shit didn't work for me.
Yeah, that'll work for. Maybe don't work for.
That don't work for me, man. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I
don't even think I was like 22 yet. I'm out of maybe 23, and I was like, "This is what I'm dealing with right now."
I don't think I ever used that for my benefit. That I would have to think really strong if I ever. But I don't know. I don't think so. I can't think of something like that. But wow, I mean, hey, like you said, people play that role, man. They can use it for the good or bad. You know, stereotypes are good and bad. You know what I mean? Like, you know. So like most of the Asian stereotypes are positive, right? You know, they're good in math, they're good in school, they're smart, they're great business people. You know, so they got a couple that drive and stuff like that. But
what about the negative stereotypes? They have a gambling issue.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But most of them, if you really say you go Asian stereotypes, a lot of them are gonna probably be positive. You know, but I don't know, why, but that's just the case. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, I mean, they're considered the model minority.
Dumb as shit.
Listen, there's smart people in every culture. I mean, it's
no, but I'm just saying.
They're just.
I mean, if we're gonna go there, Africans are actually the smartest or most educated ethnic group in the United States. Mm-hmm. They have surpassed the Chinese, but you don't hear nobody saying that though, screaming that from the rooftop.
But and that's
the reality. They lump us all in one group.
Yeah, actual facts. Yeah. You gotta, and that's why we gotta do shows like this to get the information out there, man. Because
Nigerians are the most educated people in the world. Nigerians,
but yet they're always the biggest scammers at it. If it's let them say it, let society say it. They're the biggest scammers in the world. I'm serious.
But see, it's not just that. What a lot of people don't realize, if you look at Nigerian culture, or I should say Western African culture and Asian Chinese culture, there are a lot of similarities to where they feel as if you're stupid enough to get got, you deserve to get got. Like if you're stupid enough to get ripped off, you deserve it. It's not an issue. Yeah. But that's not just a Nigerian thing. That also carries over to other cultures too. You know?
Yeah, if you're a simpleton, man, and you like you said, you get got.
Sometimes people aren't simpletons. Sometimes people have some elaborate schemes.
There's some good schemes out there, man.
The scammers have gotten smarter and better. I seen it on like Catfish. They can act like they're really video chatting you. I was like, wow,
what?
They're taking this to the next level.
They can do the fake videos now.
Yeah.
What?
And they could steal your identity and make you think that you're talking to that person. Yep.
This is, I'm telling you, technology's insane.
Hell, man. I'm telling you, when they calling, especially somebody that knows a little bit about technology and whatnot. When they call to tell me that my computer is sending out a virus, I'm like, call somebody else because my computer's not even connected to the damn network. Stop calling me. Even at my mom's house. Oh, your computer's, I answered the phone. Oh, your computer's sending out an error message. This woman doesn't even have a damn computer. What are you talking about? Oh, wrong number. Like, come on. Or your MacBook is, you just sent me an email from your MacBook. I'm saying to myself, man, my mother, she has a computer, but it's not a MacBook. It's not connected to the network because she doesn't know how to do it unless I'm there. She has an iPad, but I mean, a lot of the stuff she doesn't know how to do unless I'm there or my sister. So,
Yeah.
whenever, I told her every time they call, Mom, if somebody call and say something going on with your computer, just tell them, I don't know nothing about it. You talk to my son or talk to my daughter. Just hang the phone up.
Yeah, because they will get a lot of older people usually schemes and stuff like that.
My dad calls me
even with the insurance scam, even with the insurance scams.
Insurance scams, all that.
Yeah.
All that.
Have you gotten the emails that they caught you watching porn and you need to send $1,000 worth of Bitcoin? That was one of my favorite ones. I said, hey, you got a video of me watching porn, baby. Send it. I said, I want to see that.
I got that.
Yo, what the hell?
I got that one. They were like, yeah, we caught you watching porn. Yo, really?
That's and then they called me Mister. I said, oh, this is a scam.
I'm not embarrassed. I'm like, yo, where's it at? Yo, forget
that.
And I'm nobody to be like, who knows me? Nobody know me. You know what I'm saying? They can't damage, my soul or nothing. Like,
I'm like, what are they gonna say? Oh, we got Mr. Shears watching porn. Mr. Shears is I'm a married man adult. What the hell? As long as there wasn't no kid stuff, we cool.
Yeah, as long as no crazy stuff, yeah.
Because that's not me.
They got you.
Nah, as long as ain't nothing crazy, it ain't, we cool. Nah, scandal from what?
But
looking at midget asses?
We haven't actually answered the question, right? And Chuck, I'll start with you. Are you a stereotype? Are you like if somebody was to look at you, right? And then that's all that you can't talk. They write down stuff on the board. Are you that stereotype? Do you see yourself as a stereotype, being a big black man or whatever you want to call yourself?
Yeah, yes and no. For one, like Beth said, one look at me, I'm a mean person. I'm not the type you want to F with. I have intelligence. I mean, I did graduate college. I can read. I got one baby mama. No, but hey, if I do, I don't see it. If I do look that way, I don't. I mean, I do. I know I look mean, but that's just me. That's the normal me. I have a mind. I can speak for myself, and I don't have to I don't have to depend on my wife to make sure my food is done or my clothes is washed or whatnot. I can do all of that stuff on my own.
On your own, yeah. That's what's up. Beth, what about yourself? Are you a stereotype?
Honestly, I could say, sure, whatever. It's not that big of a deal to me. Mm-hmm. Good luck, though.
What do you mean? Good luck, what? Us thinking you're a stereotype or thinking who you are or guessing who you are by your visual?
Yeah, I mean, when you see me, what stereotypes come to mind just by looking at me?
You want to play the game now? I'm going to say you got glasses on. So I'm going to say, the intelligence, you might be intelligent, maybe you're into computers or something. You got the love hat. Maybe you got like a heart on your sleeve. You wear your heart on your sleeve. I would, I see fake hair, so I automatically be like, oh, she's not saying she could be fake, but she got some fake tendencies. Maybe she has some insecurities about herself.
She got a ratchetness to her.
And I'd be like, yo, she's cute. You know what I'm saying? Look like she got some style. And that's it. That's what I must. When I first saw you. That's how I saw you as. I don't know if that's some of the stuff that people perceive you as, but it's for you to say. I'm pretty sure you heard people, or the way people talk to you, the way people present to you and say things to you. You know what they think of you. So that's what I'm saying. Are you a stereotype? But I'm gonna answer this.
I mean, I would say on the hair thing, I don't think, especially women of color, that if we have fake hair, we are insecure. Because you know me, I've been bald with no hair. I've had the little mohawk.
Like this?
People said the stereotypical lesbian haircut.
Yeah.
I just doing the braids because my hair is short and it's getting cold outside. And I literally can fix my hair you saw me just make it.
Damn.
You know, it's just it's very low maintenance right now. You know, so
I get it.
That's crazy that women are judged by their like the hair.
Their parents. Their parents. We're all just that's what stereotypes are, but just by our parents. Every time I see, you know, if you want to stay on a fake hair, every time I see Black women, you know, buying fake hair numerous times, it's like it's one of the number $1 billion industries, and Black people are not making money off it. Especially Black women. Black women should be making that billion dollars because they're spending it.
I actually bought this from a Black-owned business. I bought my little horse hair, my braided hair from a Black-owned business.
No, that's
so
what's up. That's
great.
That's great. That's great.
But you also know I've been bald as Big Chuck over there. So is that a woman that's insecure with her hair? I could walk around bald with no hat and with some earrings, bald as Big Chuck over there. That ain't no woman that's insecure about herself now.
And that's why you asked me. That's a still like I had to act like I'm stereotyping you, like I don't know you. I do know you.
Oh, okay. No, that makes sense. That's a good.
None of that. Yeah. I know who you are. What the hell? But for me, it's the same thing. Like, you know, I can ask y'all the same question. Y'all might say, "Oh, okay, this dude's short. I don't know. I don't know. Whatever y'all might say." But I know people.
Angry little midget.
See,
the Napoleon syndrome.
Napoleon Dynamite.
You know what I mean? Like
I'm just like, but you've calmed down since I met you, though. You've calmed down a lot, though.
But I have, you know, some of those stereotypes.
Nah, he got tired of getting that ass whooped.
Yeah, right. Get out of here.
What? This dude carries, man. He's packing. He ain't trying to get
He got to pull it out first. You got to pull it out first. The brakes beat off you. No, but I mean, you know, okay. First time I met Mark, right? I mean, met him at a track meet. I didn't know the dude I didn't know him from Adam. I just knew he was one of my boys from school. You know, I seen him out there running. I'm like, what's this midget running for? I'm like, shit, you know, he ain't that fast. He ain't that fast, but you know,
I was fast.
You know, he wasn't that damn fast,
bro. You ain't right.
You're just a high, baby.
Shit, man, you weren't doing nothing to English, man.
You crazy, dog.
No, but like I said,
could you have caught a Big Chuck? I don't think you could have caught him.
No, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, exactly.
Catch who? You come through that middle if you want. Come through that middle if you.
You couldn't even catch me, Big Chuck. Okay, I was fast back when I was younger.
Y'all keep thinking that. That's a stereotype right there. You assume because I'm big, I'm not fast.
The big man ain't
you ain't faster than me. When you have the track and cross country coach stalking you at your school, like, come on, Beth, come on. You know you want to run. You'd be good at it.
All right.
I was like, why? Why are you singling me out? Okay.
When it gets warm again, right?
I went to all-white high school, so I know why he was.
You go out. You go out
track.
Your best Brooks sneakers. You go out to get your best Brooks sneakers. I'll put on my Air Pegasus. We can meet at White Stadium or we can meet at English's track. One of the two.
Yo, this is a challenge going on right now.
I'm just saying, if you win, I buy you lunch. If I win, you just say Chuck's the man.
Okay, what's the conditions and what's the terms? What's the distance? Is it a quarter of a mile?
A mile, shit. Oh,
hell no! I'll be dying. You have to pull me off that field. My knee is still jacked up.
You said a quarter mile.
A quarter. I said a quarter. That's once around a track. A quarter of a mile.
Oh, you talking about the 40-yard dash?
Or just from one part of the field to the other, like straight up. Actually, I think that's better. I think that's less than a quarter of a mile. And my knee's gonna be killing me after. I was volunteering, and my knee,
welcome to the club.
I messed up my knees in the military. Okay.
Hey man, icy hot and ice is my friend.
That's old school.
I know. No,
you gotta have Vicks in the cabinet. You gotta have an old. You gotta.
But see, that's a stereotype right there.
Rubbing cabinet. Rubbing.
No, but I'm just saying. But see, that's a stereotype right there. People assume just because a person was big. I love that. I love that. They assume because when I was playing fullback and running back in high school, they assume, oh, that's big, a big dude. He can't run. As soon as that ball was on my hand, I'm head down. I'm running everybody over, and you're not catching me from behind. Even big shiz wasn't catching me from behind.
Fast.
Okay. Man, I hate
think
running, but hey, I will run. Like, and let's do it.
So I'm telling you. Get your Rocky music ready.
I don't need no Rocky music.
I'm telling you.
This is I don't need no Rocky music. This is gonna be on.
And make sure you got a defibrillator and some oxygen.
I don't need no defibrillator. It might need some oxygen, but the defibrillator, no.
Maybe for me, I'm just not in as good a shape as I used to be.
Hey man, that's a challenge for both of us to get into shape then for that day.
Y'all better like extend this time frame so y'all can get in shape before y'all.
Hey, I'm good.
I'm gonna record it and probably put it on the show.
Yes, hey, that would be great.
Put it right I might fall 1 or 2 times, but hey, I'll get up.
Maybe we should do it like ahead for Thanksgiving, so it'll give us time to train. So I had time to whip you and make you cry. Okay.
Hey man, I'm not gonna cry for losing a damn race, man.
Okay.
I'm not gonna cry for losing no race.
You got beat by a girl.
Ooh.
Okay.
Okay, and what is that going? That's not gonna hurt my pride.
Well, I'm glad to hear that, Big Chuck. I'm glad to hear that.
It's not hurting my pockets.
Oh no, you gotta go to dinner. I'm talking about like some Capitol Grill, like Vrai Bougie type of place. Nah,
Okay. You talking about Capitol Grill? Well, shit, I'm definitely gonna train then.
Moo, one of those places. I'm telling you.
Moo, holidays, man. Yo, can I get a number 2, please?
Bruce Chris Steakhouse, something like that.
I've never been to Ruth Chris. I've never been to Ruth's Chris, so I can't.
Don't they still got one downtown Boston, or is that gone?
I know there's one in Assembly Row.
Oh, okay.
I know they got one in
Assembly Row. Right on the orange line. Okay.
Yeah, I passed right by it.
What are some holiday stereotypes? Since one of y'all brought up holidays.
All black folks have chillins on Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's.
I used to eat chitlins on Thanksgiving every Thanksgiving.
Ew.
When I used to eat meat, I ate chitlins.
That must be a Black American thing. They don't do that where my
No.
Down south, right?
It's not a Black American thing. It's not a Black American thing.
Well, I know other cultures, they do eat the pig intestine, but my family, we've never had that at family gatherings. Chitlins or bliplins, bleep as they're called, the SH, exclamation point.
Okay.
Like doodling, like doodle.
Yes.
Little shitling. Yeah, I know you said. Okay, I get it. Yeah.
Okay. Let me see. All Spanish people have rice at every dinner. They have rice with every meal.
Every meal?
Not true.
We've switched to quinoa and fideo pasta. Or just veggies, low carbing it.
Yeah, they gotta switch. They gotta
tortillas.
I mean, like they say, stereotypes are majority kind of true in a sense, but yeah, I my Hispanic friends did have a lot of rice. They would eat a lot of rice over there. Like, every time I went over the house, there was a lot of rice cooked. I mean, I don't know.
It depends what part of Latin America though, too, because sometimes
because it's cheap and it's a cheap meal.
Yeah, it's cheap.
And if it fills up.
But I mean, that's what they grew. If that's what they grew up on in their, back in their country. I mean, hey, you can't just
Yeah, I remember
force somebody to change their habit and stuff. So.
Rice almost all the time. I will say that. Unless she did like bacalao with provisions, the root vegetables.
Ooh, bacalao.
Bacalao. Fridays, no meat. Fridays, no meat. In Lent, no meat during Lent.
Who, for you?
That's old school Latinos. You're not supposed to eat meat during Lent, and then you're not supposed to eat meat on Fridays. Like a lot of times you'll see the Latin restaurants on Fridays, they'll usually offer like fish, or they'll have sopa de pescado or sopa de mariscos or something like that.
I don't know. I should.
Well, see, I'm not a fish eater, so I wouldn't know.
I love holiday stereotypes. Well, like for Black people, the spades, Latinos, the dominoes. Slam that domino down.
I didn't care what holiday was. Spades was a Black gathering. Period. It wasn't
I
just.
recently learned how to play spades. I did not know how to play it. I've only played
man.
it twice.
That's a huge.
That was like one time.
That's not a stereotype. I think
man.
that's true. Like I won't say all blacks know how to play spades, but majority of us do.
Now,
I'm
my
rusty.
wife
I don't think I remember.
spades. My wife can't play spades, but
that's what I said.
I know me and my sister, we love it.
Yeah, that's what
I remember dominoes though. That's like a Caribbean.
Dominoes.
Yeah,
bones. Yeah, bones.
Black people play dominoes too. Black Americans.
Oh shit, man!
So that's something we have in common.
Huh?
My uncles, man, they be out on the front porch with my granddad playing it.
True. Yo, man, this is time. I know, like this show went by fast, man. Man, I thought, Juan never showed up. Big sexy said.
Right, well, I mean,
nah, you know,
hey,
sorry, I'm just messing around with him.
I hope he's okay.
As far as stereotypes,
huh?
But as far as stereotypes, I try not to, I try not to look into them because it's like this, I matured as a male, a man, a black man actually, because all the stereotypes that I heard growing up, white folks are the devil, and Asian people are all about taking your money and don't mess with Africans because they'll put roots and shit on. Listen, man, I don't want to hear all that shit, man. I mean, I try to look at a person. I try to look for a person's character. I try to look past, whatever, stereotype that I heard growing up.
Mm-hmm.
That's what should happen. Yeah.
Just with women too. They were like, oh, if she has nice long hair, she's high maintenance, or she's an easy lay.
Well, I need to grow my hair out then. Okay.
No. But I'm just saying. I, as I matured, my mind, I got better at seeing things with my own eyes, and I know a lot of those stereotypes are not true. So that's why when I look at a person, I try not to, block this stereotype out of my head because I know a lot of it is not true. It's and that's the one thing I try to teach to my boys now. As I got almost a teenager, and I got a fourth grader coming in. So I try to teach them that don't believe everything that people tell you about somebody because of their race or their gender, because it's not true.
That's powerful words, Chuck. Beth, you got any last words and you want to promote, man?
I would just say, Indigenous Peoples Day is tomorrow. Let's never forget about the, genocide that happened to the first peoples of the Americas. And what I can say is I don't live my life by stereotypes. And there's good and bad about it. I think we should just start coming up with only positive stereotypes. We're going to come up with stereotypes from now on and forget all of the negativity. I will say one stereotype that I know about us as a people of color from the African diaspora, is that we're known as a forgiving people.
Yep.
And we're welcoming people too of the African diaspora too. And I think that's a great stereotype having to do with people of color that I can say, from Latin America, from Africa to Latin America, everywhere. Just like we brought that Southern hospitality over from, the motherland, and that we'll take nothing and make it into something. And that whatever we do and whatever we push is fashionable and golden. Kev on stage said that too. We'll make a liquor into $1 billion liquor, a sneaker into the must-have item. And that's one thing I love about people of color too, that I could say that's a positive stereotype as well.
What, that we're fashionable, or that we support? What do you mean?
That we're followed for the trends.
We're followed for the trend. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We're the trendsetters. We're the trendsetters.
Yes, we are.
Like stereotype. That's the truth.
Look at Clubhouse. But we need to get on fan base though and blow that brother up, because we're actually getting paid. We got to support our own too, as well.
Yeah.
I never even been. What's Clubhouse?
Oh, it's an app that basically Black people, by promoting it, not getting paid, made it into evaluated as a multi-billion-dollar app. So you should Google.
Okay.
Wow.
No. I'm just saying. I hear people talking about it, but I never even got on there.
Get on fan base. That's Black owned. For us, FUBU. For us, by us.
Fan base. That's what's up. Yeah, this is
I'll check it out.
This is the show to do it, man. Let's bring like, of course, positivity to the show. Let's bring let's help each other out. Let's bring Black businesses, small Black businesses, of course, mostly welcome here. Of course, Black business, period. And let's just try to shop Black. You know what I'm saying? Like, what I think about stereotypes, man, it's just that word, man. I think it's just stereotype. It's not 100% true. Like, the definition of a stereotype is what it is. And I, like Beth said, I don't live by stereotypes. Do sometimes I look at something, I see someone, and I automatically, it could be a thing, it could be a dog. I see a pit bull, I go, oh, he's gonna kill me, he's gonna bite me, and it could be the friendliest dog ever. But but we're conditioned, we're trained to believe these things.
That's your perception.
Yeah, it's opposite. But I'm saying, TV, music, radio, whatever we're getting fed. I'm telling you, we're getting trained and positioned to keep these stereotypes living and growing and fresh. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like they're going away. They're getting remixed and stuff like that. Into the culture, into social media and stuff. Facebook had that big situation with the whistleblower and all that stuff, and what I mean,
and then all of a sudden they went down, and folks is conspiracy theorists and everything. Oh, they did it because she was supposed to be talking to Congress, and they didn't want us streaming it while we were out out and about. I mean, shit, coming from a technical field, I mean, shit happens. Some shit is controllable, some shit is not uncontrollable.
To me, that was a hack, though. It was a hack.
It could have been.
Nah, that was a hack, homies. Was a hack.
That's what I was thinking too. It was a hack. Like when the thing shut down and get malfunctional or whatever's going on. Yeah,
but I think it came as a perfect time because all those things are tied to Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, Facebook.
Yeah. That's what I was about to say. That's what I was about to say. It showed that one company had their hand in so many entities that folks didn't understand it at that time. But now it was an eye opener.
Get you an email list,
basically.
Yeah,
you're right.
Get an email list.
Right. All right, guys, man. Yo, thanks for being on the show again, man. I want to thank the chat, man. Of course, Martin Van Asquez, Melanie Gainey was in the chat, man. Shout out to everybody that was in the chat. People that came by and didn't speak. And shout out to the future, fans and supporters, man, of the show, man. Any last words? Anybody want to promote something before we get out of here? Anybody? New Creations 21 is the missus her beat line.
Okay. We got something together as a family venture coming out soon.
Oh snap!
To be on the lookout. All right. Some for everybody's skin. Some for everybody's skin.
There we
go. That's the big thing. Everybody.
No stereotype skins.
Nah. Everybody.
What about you,
everybody?
Any last words? Any promotion? We'll get out of here.
Oh my goodness. I have big things coming out soon, from how to get paid to hosting hotspots to I'm going to be launching a business credit, how you can establish a business credit. I'm going to be launching a site about that too, and getting paid off of it as well. Those are the things coming soon.
Here you go. Loving it, man. Beth Of All Trades. She's always into something, and I'm sharing the information. I'm loving it. Thanks for coming by, being a co-host. I gotta check on Juan when we get off. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Big
Big Sexy. We missed him.
I know, man. We missed it. Like, especially you'd have been good on this topic. I'm like, yo, where's he at? Like, what's going on? That's why I'm like, I was excited about the topic, and I was excited about Juan's views. Everybody probably was.
I did miss him.
All right, guys, man. One love, man. Remember, love over
Sayonara.
hate, man. We get out of here, man. Passive Podcast, episode 51, man. We doing it, man. Peace, y'all. Bean time.